Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well. Providing
opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit. crosses over, back onto the far side. Rips a shot, she scores!
What if you didn't choose to become an Adrian College Bulldog? Surely you would have carried on with your education and could potentially be graduating elsewhere. But what would you have the honor of greeting Bruiser on campus? Would you have had the privilege of working alongside faculty that know your name? Would you have had the opportunity to learn and grow in an environment that is seeking the truth and dignity in all people? Would you have had a creative learning environment that is supportive of challenging you and achieving excellence in your academics, but also your personal and professional lives? This has been Adrian College's promise to us. Just as our families have promised to love us unconditionally and support us through the many peaks and valleys of our lives, Adrian offered a similar promise to us when they realized our potential by asking us to join them. While we have been busy navigating the many what-ifs of our time, none of which we could have imagined, we have indeed found the cane that holds our ribbons of excellence at Adrian to stand strong. Strength and tradition. A tradition that carries on from graduating class to graduating class. A symbolic reminder of the leadership carrying the motto, no victory without work. The Adrian College class of 2021 can proudly proclaim that we have earned our ribbon of excellence for persevering through a pandemic because of our hard work. We have had to learn how to best navigate the many what-ifs in uncharted times. While some of the what-ifs have been answered, it is now up to each of us to embrace and navigate on our own. What if I take that job? What if I decide to continue on for postgraduate endeavors? What if I decide this? What if I decide that? No matter what, you'll be able to face your tomorrow knowing that you are a member of a pack, the Adrian College Bulldogs class of 2021.
Part of the family here at Adrian College are the friends we've made. These friends have gone to games with you, shared late night tales with you, explored downtown with you, and joked around with you at Ritchie. They were in the library with you at midnight studying for the 8 a.m. exam you forgot to study for. And they're there when you cried because you failed that exam. These friends are your new family members now. You will stay in touch with them forever, even if it's just liking their Facebook post about the new puppy they just got. Parents, family, and friends, we cannot thank you enough for everything you have done for us. Thank you for the support and the opportunity for this moment to graduate from Adrian College. You have helped us reach our dreams and goals in life. Congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, Character, hard work, grit. Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds. Got out a last-line shift. Will their team to victory. Hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
You're going to college. All the hard work's paid off. It's going to be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. New friends, new athletic teams, new musical groups, new student government to get involved in, 85 organizations. It's going to be amazing. And I think one of the first things that you'll realize when you get here, at least I hope this is the case, is that although academics are the most important thing, no doubt about it, got to take care of the academics, time management, not a kid anymore, right? Young adult. The college is a whole lot more than that in a place like this. It is an experience. College is an experience that will last you for the rest of your life. The relationships that you make here, the memories, the late night stuff, the whole 9 yards is just going to be great.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life. A time of great significance, of growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as very special years. Never experienced before you arrive today and never replicated after you leave.
Rolled over to second. Wood is there, throws it over to first, and the Bulldogs are going to the NCAA tournament as the MIAA tournament champions. The dog pile ensues beyond the mound.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah, I was building on the lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true style trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking taking over pieces and shares. A bomb break sky high. Check the movement is here. Yeah. It's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
We continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. And the slam! 161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association promotes good sportsmanship and respect for student athletes, coaches, officials, and fans. Please join Adrian College in providing a positive environment for today's competitors by refraining from making disparaging, racist, sexist, or other derogatory comments during your times here at Nicolay Field. The MIAA encourages all of our participants, both on the field and in the stands, to be loud, be proud, and be positive. Also, ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder to all spectators, please be alert at all times during today's game as baseballs and other equipment can accidentally fly into the seating areas. Please be alert to the action at all times. Adrian College and Adrian College Baseball wants everyone to have a safe and enjoyable day watching today's games here at Nicolay Field. Also pitching for Adrian College today is number 41, Andrew Giorno.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Nicolay Field for MIAA baseball action today as the first place Trine University Thunder come into Nicolay Field. They have a one-game lead on the Bulldogs in the MIAA standings after one weekend, and the Bulldogs are hoping to erase that deficit here this afternoon with a victory over the Thunder. My name is Dave Van Giesen here along with Mike Prang to bring you the action this afternoon. as we get set for what should be a fine afternoon of baseball here on actually a pretty nice day at Nicolay Field. Leading off for Trine, the second baseman, number 15, Avery Fulford. Certainly much better weather conditions than we had this weekend, or quite frankly, any other time during this season so far. So we have Avery Fulford standing in for the first pitch, and he takes a ball outside. Fulford coming in batting .295 on the season for the Thunder, who have a 3-0 record in the conference. Here's the pitch. They swept the Olivet Comets this past weekend as Andrew Giorno's second pitch is a strike. They are 8-10 overall, and they are 2-6 on the road so far. So the Thunder having a good first weekend, off to a good start this year. Here's a fly ball to center field. Ty Peck ranges over, makes the grab, and there is one away.
Jorno on the season for the Bulldogs coming in. This is his third start of the season, his seventh appearance of the year. 3.18 ERA, has a record of 3-1 for the Bulldogs in 11 1/3 innings pitched.
So Dalton Nykirk now, the batter. Now batting first baseman number 11, Dalton Nykirk. He will be the second batter to face Giorno. Giorno pitched on Sunday afternoon against the College of Worcester. Here's a foul off the brick. Bill Johnson almost grabs it, but turns it to the umpire. He pitched the first inning and had a very clean first inning. Got him 1-2-3. And I want to say he had like not more than 10 pitches, so he's our starter again today. And here's the pitch to Nykirk. That is a foul ball over into the rugby field. And it's 1-2 to Nykirk. Nykirk's played 17 games this season for the Thunder. He comes in with a solid .300 batting average. As Giorno, again, pitching from the stretch. And Nykirk lifts a pop-up over to second base. Gus Weeks calls off Aaron Valentine for the out. And there are two away here in the Thunder first inning. Now batting the left fielder, number 16, Brendan Warner.
Yeah, like you said, that first start that start on Sunday for Giorno, I think he only went through 8 pitches, 7 or 8 pitches only, in that kind of pitch by committee day for the Bulldogs, as he gets strike one, fastball in the outside corner for the first pitch to Warner. Trine on the season as a team coming in with an average of .266, averaging 5.1 runs per game and 8.4 hits per game.
Bouncing ball, Weeks going to have to shovel it over to first base, and he does so just in time to get Brendan Warner. So the Bulldogs set him down 1-2-3 in the top half of the first. And we have no score after a half inning of play. Trine 0 and the Bulldogs coming to bat.
Welcome back to Nicolay Fields for the bottom of the first inning. Bulldogs coming to bat after a 1-2-3 inning in the field. Kate Keel on the mound for Trine. Keel coming in. This is his 6th appearance of the year, his 4th start with a record of 1-2, 12 1/3 innings pitched with an ERA of 10 22 this season.
So again, we're here on Tuesday afternoon, and this is a new thing in the MIAA schedule where each team has a, for lack of a better word, travel partner, and they play series on Tuesdays. Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the first inning is right fielder number 14, Don Goods. So Don Goods stands in. Other games today, Kalamazoo is hosting Hope College, and Olivet moved their game to Albion today, so they're playing the Britons in Albion as Goods hits a chopper back to the mound that is speared by the pitcher Keel, and he flips to first for the first out. Now batting the shortstop number 4, Thomas Miller.
Does look, according to the MIAA website, that they moved the Olivet Albion game to Albion, and Albion was also unable to get their field ready, so that game has been postponed, scheduled to be made up on Thursday. Don't know if they're going to go to the original host site, Olivet, or stay at Albion.
Okay, Miller takes a strike. The other MIAA game is Calvin is up at Alma, I believe. I believe that game's in Alma. But it is Calvin and Alma as the other contest. Second pitch to Miller is a ball. Thomas had a little injury in the Calvin series where he swung and hit the ball off his leg. And so he sat out the second game and the against Calvin on Saturday and the Worcester game. But he's back in action today with a shin guard protecting that leg today. And he's looking at a 2-2 pitch from Keel. There's a swing and a miss on a curveball. Bounding ball to short, long throw, sidearm throw. And he gets it in time for Miller. Matt Martin there delivering the sidearmer throw over to first base, but it was accurate and it was in time to get Miller. Now batting third baseman number 30, A.J. Miranda. So Miranda steps in. He's playing third base this afternoon, and he takes a curveball for strikes, 0-1. Setting the defense for Trine, they've got Dalton Nykirk at first. Over at second base is Avery Fulford. Shortstop is Matt Martin, and Adam Stefanelli is playing third base. And the 0-1 delivery is outside for a ball. In the outfield, they've got Brendan Warner in left, Easton Rhodes in center, and Gary DiMartino in right. Doing the catching this afternoon is Quinn Farquhar as Miranda fouls off the 1-1 pitch. And, of course, we've told you all about Cade Keel, the right-hander for the Thunder. Here's Miranda's pitch, and it is fouled away. That hit the top of the roof. And the count remains 1-2.
A lot of off-speed pitches here early from Keel, but, of course, you're facing the three best hitters on the Adrian Bulldogs, and Don Goods, Thomas Miller, and A.J. Miranda.
And he gets him with a outside fastball, and Miranda strikes out. And so both teams go down 1-2-3 in the first inning. And we'll be back with more from Nicolay Field after we pause for this. Our score after one, Adrian College 1 and Trine University 0. Actually, Adrian College 0 and Trine University 0. Now we're back here at Nicolay Field, getting ready for the top of the second. Both teams went out 1-2-3 in their halves as the first, so the Thunder will send up DiMartino, Rhodes, and O'Keefe here in the second inning to face Andrew Giorno. The fielders today for the Bulldogs at first base is Aaron Valentine. Gus Weeks is at second. Thomas Miller at short. Over at thirds, A.J. Miranda. The outfield from left to right is Easton Rogers in left and Ty Peck in center, Don Goods in right, Dylan Johnson doing the catching, and Giorno on the mound for the Bulldogs as we start the second. First pitch is a strike. The batter is right fielder number 18, Gary DiMartino. DiMartino took a little half cut at that first pitch. And this one he watches go right down Broadway for strike 2.
That was a nice fastball there by Giorno, keeping it low right at the knees, especially after the swing that DiMartino had on the first one. Just going to come right at him and see what he can do.
So Giorno now ahead in the count 0-2. He delivers, and there's a little blooper, and it is going to drop just away from the outstretched glove of Gus Weeks. That was a very defensive swing, but DiMartino finds a way to get on first base with that little pop-up. It was just a little too high for Valentine to handle, and Weeks just had to come a little too far. Now batting center fielder number 2, Easton Rhodes.
Gus Weeks, one of the guys that we've seen in and out of the lineup. He definitely got his opportunity this past weekend with the injury to Thomas Miller. We also had a slight tweak of the wrist to the second baseman, Andrew Atherton. So Weeks got his playing time, and he had 3 RBIs on Sunday, driving in 3 of the Bulldogs' 5 runs, and played a heck of a shortstop, too.
Yes, he did. He made a couple really outstanding plays at shortstop. And the runner faked going, pulls up, and the pitch is inside for a ball, and it's 2-0. So Ryan Davis got a lot of playing action this weekend, too, and filling in for those injuries. And both he and Weeks played pretty well. Here's the pitch. It's a line shot over the head of Miranda into left. And the Thunder have something brewing here in the second inning. Now batting the designated hitter, number 35, Jackson O'Keefe.
Yeah, the Bulldogs were shifted slightly to the right side, looking for Rhodes to pull the ball. So Miranda was pulled a little bit off the third base line. Miller playing kind of behind second, and Weeks was straight away at second base. So that kind of led to kind of the outreach of Miranda at third, just missing that ball.
So here's O'Keefe, the designated hitter, stepping in. The pitch to him is down low. Johnson has it squared away from him, but prevents any advance. O'Keefe is the top average-wise, but he's only played in 3 games. So he comes in batting .500 with 3 hits and 6 at-bats. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball going back and forth. It is Rogers. He's not going to get it. That's going to be off. That's going to be out of the ballpark. Well, that hit that second screen out there. And it's a 3-run homer for the designated hitter, O'Keefe. So that makes it 3-0. Now batting the catcher, number 23, Quinn Farquhar.
And only a slight breeze blowing out to left, so you know he got all that pitch.
Farquhar, the first ball swinging, hits a fly ball. Ty Peck will get under that one, and there's 1 away. Now batting third baseman, number 14, Adam Stefanelli.
Last season, the Bulldogs went 4-0 against Trine when the MIAA did the 4 7-inning games for the MIAA series. The first one was a 2-1 battle as Adam Wheaton was on the mound for Trine. He transferred to Lamar Division I, and he's had some heck of a numbers down there. As he's been their #1 starter, but then the Bulldogs went on to win 17-2, 7-1, and 21-9.
Giorno delivers now to Stefanelli, a little bit high. He's behind 2-0 at this point. Yeah, Adam Wheaton was a premier thrower for the Thunder in his years at Trine.
Well, last year I remember when they did the conference tournament, they did a Pod A and a Pod B, and it was kind of coming down to the wire with Adrian and Hope being the hosts, and kind of those bottom teams of the conference, which Trine was involved in, was who was going to go to Hope, who was going to go to Adrian. And if Trine would have came here, Adrian would have drew them first round, and Bulldogs were a little nervous to face Wheaton again.
Yeah, Adam spent several summers in the Northwoods League, and he's doing well at Lamar now. Yo. Count is now run to 3-2 to Stefanelli. And here's the delivery, a bounding smash foul, so we'll do it all again. 3-0, Trine in the lead on the home run by O'Keefe. Giorno trying to get Adam Stefanelli here in the second inning. The pitch swung on, popped up. This is going to be given chase by Valentine. He will not be able to get it. He tries to jump on the fence, but that is well beyond his grasp over there at first base. As we said, pretty nice day here at Nicolay Field. The wind is, however, blowing out to left field, which is a wind pattern we don't see a lot of here at Nicolay Field. And there's ball 4 as it's high to Adam Stefanelli. So good at bat by Stefanelli. He foiled off several pitches with foul balls and draws the walk. Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Matt Martin. So Matt Martin batting in the 9th spot today. He's the last batter that Giorno will have to face for the first time, and he attempts a bunt that he bunts out of the stadium. Never good to bunt out of the stadium.
Well, one of the things that he was doing there was his arms were so short. His bat was back too much behind the plate, and that's what led to that foul ball. When you're bunting, especially you get one down for a sack, you got to get it out in front of the plate.
There goes the runner, and he's got a stolen base. Pitch was a little high to Martin. And as such, so was Dylan Johnson's throw. Johnson had a great series against Calvin. He threw out like 3 runners in the 3 games.
And 2 of them, or one of them was early, the first base runner trying to steal for Calvin. As we see strike 2 on a swing and a miss. He took off, and Johnson threw him out, I think, in the first or the second inning of that Friday game. And, you kind of wondered, was Calvin going to keep running? And they did, and Johnson kept throwing him out.
1-2, the count to Martin. Here's the delivery from Giorno, and that's fouled back into the screen. Again, this is a critical part in the ball game for Andrew. He's got he's given up 3 runs on the home run, but as we saw against Worcester, it's important that the Bulldogs hold them here where they're within reach. Here's the pitch. That's high for a ball. That makes it 2-2.
big gap left center. Peck over in center field is playing slightly towards right field.
And the delivery, it's a pop-up out into a shallow right, and coming on is going to be Goods. He's going to make a sliding catch, and there are 2 away.
Nice job there. Goods was playing a little shallow than normal for the large outfield, and luckily he was able to get there in time.
Now batting second baseman number 15, Avery Fulford. Yeah, that was close to being in danger of another one of the blue pits that seemed to be victimizing the Bulldogs the last couple of days. 2 out now. Fulford up. He flew to Goods his first time. Looked like that first hit the start of this inning. It was a check swing just over the head of Valentine, just out of the reach of Weeks. So he gets on base, and he's there when the Thunder get the home run. And there's just a lot of that leading to big innings for opposing teams this year against the Bulldogs.
Well, there was that, and then against the College of Worcester, the Bulldogs pitching staff struggled in that pitch by committee. They handed away 9 free bases, 5 walks, and 4 hit by pitches. And that kind of led 4 of those, a walk and 3 hit by pitches all came in the second inning, which eventually led to a grand slam and an 8-run inning for Worcester.
Here's the pitch, bouncing ball. Weeks going to go over into the hole. He makes the catch, and that's all he's going to be able to do with it. So it's going to be a base hit, but a nice job by Weeks to keep it in the infield and keep the run from scoring. Now batting, first baseman number 11, Dalton Nykirk. So Dalton Nykirk steps in. He popped to second base his first time an inning ago.
It's a big out for the Bulldogs with that runner on third. Got to limit the damage here. As we see, first pitch, breaking ball, in for a called strike.
Well, the other thing about it, if you get behind early, we talked about this last weekend, that's just such an advantage for the opposing team's pitcher, who can now kind of pound the strike zone and not worry so much about giving up one home run or a run here or there if he's got a big lead. So Bulldogs definitely want to try to get out of this inning with only the 3 runs scoring. And, of course, Nykirk in the 2 spot. If they don't get him, they're going to have to face 3 and 4, and that could lead to even more runs by the Thunder.
Yeah, now with this lead for Trine, we saw Cade Gale throw a lot of off-speed. So there's a pick over to first. Threw a lot of off-speed in the bottom half of the first inning, but, now he's able to, show his fastball a bit, see who in the Bulldog lineup is able to hit it and kind of attack hitters more.
Here's the delivery, swung on, bounding ball short. Miller makes the play. He's got to go to first base with it, and Valentine can't scoop it up. And that will get a run in, and it will put a runners back at first and third. Now batting, left fielder number 16, Brendan Warner. Here's the pitch down low. Fouled into the net down the first base line. And that makes it 1-1 to Warner.
Could you put an air?
Warner now. Delivery, bounding ball, second base to Weeks. He gloves it and will throw it to Miller. And the inning is over. But The Thunder score 4 times in the inning on 4 hits. They had 1 error, and they leave 2. And at the end of an inning and a half, our score is Trine 4 and Adrian College 0. We'll be back on ACTV with more baseball after we pause for this.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
See, that was one that you might consider. Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the second is designated hitter number 25, David Kedrow. So we're back here at Nicolay Field with the Bulldogs. Got to get things going offensively. David Kedrow steps in and he hits a deep drive to center field where it is grabbed by Easton Rhodes. And there's one out in the Bulldogs' second. Now batting, left fielder number 26, Easton Rogers.
It was a good piece of hitting there by Kedrow. You know, we haven't seen him too much this year. He's only got 7 at-bats. That was his 8th plate appearance this season. But he's been hitting .429 coming into today.
Now that's been, again, that was a well-hit ball. I mean, he definitely squared it up and got it on the nose, but it was right at the center fielder. Rhodes out there. And that, too, has been kind of a reoccurring theme here for the Bulldogs this season. It's on the outside corner for a strike, makes it 1-1 to Rogers. The Bulldogs are hitting a lot of shots at people that are getting caught, and their opponents are eluding the Bulldog fielders and hitting them where they ain't, and that's been starting some big innings like the last one that netted Trine 4 runs. Now the 1-1 pitch was behind Rogers, and now he cuts the outside corner to make it 2-2. Keel delivers outside. That's ball 3, and the count has now run full on the Bulldog left fielder, Easton Rogers.
That was a good pitch there by Keel, getting the first 2 strikes of the at-bat right on the outside corner. This one threw a little bit further outside, trying to get Rogers to reach for it.
There's one, and he fouls that one away, so Rogers staying alive up there. He'll be followed by Valentine and Dylan Johnson, if we can get to that far in the inning. And he takes one high for a ball, so Rogers becomes the first base runner for the Bulldogs, and now we'll see Aaron Valentine. Now batting, first baseman number 8, Aaron Valentine. So Valentine stepping in, batting .323 on the season. He's had 10 hits and 31 at-bats. He's got Rogers at first. Rogers getting a good lead, and the first pitch is a strike to Valentine. Valentine has also found a way to get hit by a lot of pitches this season. He is been hit 5 times already in the campaign. That one's inside for a ball.
Not as much as the catcher from Worcester, who we hit twice for his 14th hit by pitch of the season.
Well, he's standing so close to the plate that he can't help but get hit sometimes. Like I said, he's getting hit by strikes.
Oh, and one of them was controversial on Sunday, where Home plate umpire told him to stay in the box. Then they met with the field umpire, told him to go to first.
Aaron, he likes to stand a little bit further away from home base and extend those arms of his. But he watches this one go wide to make it 2-2. Rogers still at first. He's taking his lead. There's a drive down the right field line. That's going to go foul. Get off the benches there for use for the visitors' bullpen. So Valentine will retrieve his bat. And he'll step in again with the count 2-2.
There's a nice shot there by Valentine. Unfortunately, went foul, but the right field line is open. It's a little strange to me with how Kiel's throwing outside to a lot of hitters.
And Valentine watches strike 3, nip the inside corner, and he's out number 2. Now batting the catcher number 7, Dylan Johnson. Yeah, Valentine was definitely guiding that ball to right field, trying to hit that spot, but just missed it a little bit, and the ball fell on the other side of the fence as Johnson steps in. Johnson batting .302 coming into the ball game. Here's the pitch outside for a ball, making it 1-1. Again, the Bulldogs you'd like to see them pick up a run or two here early. There's a drive, base hit into left field. That ball is going to be retrieved by Warner, and he will send it back in. The runner advances one base. So give Dylan Johnson a hit, moving Rogers to second. And that'll bring up Gus Weeks. Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Gus Weeks.
Let's see if Weeks can keep his hitting from Sunday, where he drove in 3 runs on 2 singles up the middle.
Yeah, Weeks getting to put some at-bats together in a row here. That can only help his hitting prowess. Takes the first pitch for a ball. They set and delivery, and there's a line drive right at the second baseman, and he's going to make the play on his knees, and the inning comes to an end. So the Bulldogs threaten but do not score, and at the end of 2 complete innings of play, our score is Trine University 4 and Adrian College nothing.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Leading off for Trine in the top half of the third inning is right fielder number 18, Gary DiMartino. Gary DiMartino stumping in for the Thunder here. As Jorno works in his third inning, bounding smash past the third base coach Greg Persky. Persky in his 21st season as the head coach at Trine. Not totally sure I remember the exact year that Trine became Trine, but 21 years, I believe Persky was there when they were known as Tri-State. Here's the pitch, outside for a ball. No, he's another veteran coach here in the MIAA. And he's got his Thunder ahead 4-0 here in the third. There's the pitch, and that is hit down the gap. Going over for it is going to be Easton Rogers, but he's not going to get to it. And they have the leadoff man on once again here in the third inning. Now batting center fielder number 2, Easton Rhodes.
Yeah, MIAA has a few veteran coaches. Craig Rainey being another one. Stu Fritz over at Hope.
There's a fly ball to center field. Peck waits for it, and it comes down in his glove for out number 1. So, 1 pitch, 1 out for Giorno, and now the dangerous Jackson O'Keefe comes to the plate. Now batting designated hitter, number 35, Jackson O'Keefe. O'Keefe's had the big blow in this ball game so far. He hit a 3-run homer over the wall in left field. And Mr. Giorno informs him with an inside pitch that he has not forgotten that. And tries to back O'Keefe off the plate a little bit. Martino, the runner at first base, he edges off. And the next pitch is a breaking ball that is called inside, but that one kind of doubled the knees of Mr. O'Keefe.
I think that's due to the fact that the first high and inside one, Randy Johnson used to do that. Freak some guys out with nobody on, would just throw a wild one to the backstop, scare the hitter a bit.
O'Keefe lifts a fly ball to right. This should be no trouble for Goods, and he puts it away for out number 2. Now batting the catcher, number 23, Quinn Farquhar. So that'll bring up the catcher, Farquhar. He flied out his first time. Cornell throws over there to keep DiMartino honest. DiGiorno now sets and delivers a swing. Well, it was a bit of a check swing, but it was a strike anyway, so that'll be strike 1 to Farquhar. Swing and a miss. Farquhar takes a big hefty cut.
It's the second aggressive secondary lead, kind of fake Johnson out. I wonder if we see a back pick from him later in this game.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and Johnson applies the tag, and the inning is over. So the Thunder get a leadoff single, but they strand him right there at first base, and it's going 1, 2, 3 after that. So at the give them no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 left. At the end of 2.5, it's Trine 4 and Adrian College 0.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
That's www.adrianbulldogs.com, your source for Adrian College sports. Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the third is center fielder number 6, Ty Peck. So we're back here at Nicolay Field. Ty Peck stepping in for the Bulldogs. Bottom of the third. Just that rare Tuesday MIAA game against the Trine University Thunder. Peck takes the ball on the outside, make it 2-0 to the speedy center fielder. Ty Peck, a fifth-year senior now. Benefiting from the year off with COVID. He's got a little more eligibility, and he gets hit by the pitch. So Peck, another one who enjoys a lot of getting hit. The batter is right fielder number 14, Don Goods. That's his 11th time he's been hit by the pitch. Here's Goods' pitch. It's a drive to right field. That should be handled by DiMartino, and it is, and there's one down.
Yeah, Peck at first, 5 for 5 on stolen bases this year. The Bulldogs as a team, 34 for 40.
Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Thomas Miller. Yeah, that's another thing about being down so early in the ball game there, Mike. It tends to make you not as aggressive on the bases, waiting for that big inning to get back into the game. But Peck is definitely a threat there at first base, and there he goes. Pitch inside. The throw down there by Farquhar is wide towards the shortstop side of second base. And Ty Peck steals it easily, and he is now in scoring position with one out. Again, the pitch was a ball to Miller. And that one's on the outside corner for a strike. We're just at a point in the season where the Bulldogs need some good things to happen to them here and get a little of that confidence back. 1-1 pitch to Miller. Strike 2 in the outside corner. Miller not sure really agreed with that one. He thought it was outside. But he'll step back in with a 1-2 count on him. Ty Peck at second base. He's being held by the second baseman, Avery Fulford, as Miller calls time, or asks for time, I should say. The umpire is the one who called it, and it's a 1-2 pitch. There goes Peck again, and too bad that Miller had to foul that one off because Peck had third stolen. But to stay up there, Thomas Miller had to get his bat on the ball there, and he did so. Fulford now edging a little closer to Mr. Peck. Now he gets away, and the curveball outside makes it 2-2.
A big hole on their right side with Fulford holding Peck on at second. Now he runs back.
And the delivery, there's a pop-up on the infield. That's going to be in shallow center. Coming for it is, well, no one's going to get to it, and Peck's going to go to third. That was right there in no man's land between Rhodes and Matt Martin, and neither could quite get to it. So the Bulldogs getting one of those types of hits. Let's see if that leads to some runs for them. Peck goes to third. Now batting, third baseman, number 30, A.J. Miranda. So Miranda stepping in. Bulldogs at first and third now. One out. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner to Miranda. Miranda trying to get the Bulldogs on the board here. And he hit 356 coming in today. There's a pitch on the inside. They throw it back to the pitcher. So that will move Thomas Miller up. And the Bulldogs now starting to show a little of their running game. Which was a strike. It's 0-2, and that one's inside for a ball. 1-2, the count to the hard-hitting Bulldog third baseman. And Keel decides to take his time and step off. And we're so there's some kind of a warning being delivered here to the pitcher, Keel.
Issuing it as a timing warning. I thought the pitch clock wasn't enforced until next season.
Well, so that's a new one, but none the matter. Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss, and Miranda strikes out. The catcher, Farquhar, rolls the ball back to the pitcher, forgetting that he needs a third out in this third inning. Now batting designated hitter number 25, David Kedrow. That could have been disaster if the pitcher, too, would have forgot and ran off the mound. Because Ty Peck could have beat them all home. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. Nice block by Farquhar there. He saved a run.
You know, going back to that timing warning, field umpire said that, you know, once you come set, if you're going to step off, you at least need to fake a throw to a base where there's a runner at to avoid that warning.
And that hits right off the top of the helmet of David Kedrow. And he becomes the second Bulldog hit by a pitch this inning. And that will load him up for Easton Rogers. Now batting, left fielder, number 26, Easton Rogers. So, big situation here in the third. Bases loaded with Bulldogs. Rogers at the plate. First pitch on the outside corner for strike one. They are playing Rogers pretty much straight up in the outfield and the infield. The fielders are deep, of course, with two outs. Here's the pitch inside. That almost hit him, and that ended up being a strike. So Rogers trying to implore some of that magic of the catcher of Worcester, standing pretty close to the plate. So 2 strikes quickly to Rogers. Farquhar setting up on the outside corner. This one's way outside for a ball. Peck at third, Miller at second, and Kedrow at first, all itching to come home here in the bottom of the third. As the Bulldogs trailing 4-0, do not want to leave the bases loaded. There's a wild one. It skips up, and that'll get Peck home, so the Bulldogs are on the board. That is about as wild a pitch as you can throw. That didn't come anywhere near its intended target. That was bouncing in the dirt even before it got to the batter's boxes. So, 1 run in. Runners now at second and third. Here's the pitch, swung on, fly ball center field. Easton Rhodes going back. He waits for it and makes the catch, and that will end the Bulldog threat. But they get 1 run on just the 1 hit There were no errors, and 2 were left on base. And at the end of 3 complete innings of play here at Nicolay Field, our score is Trine University 4 and Adrian College 1. For the Bulldogs,
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Leading off for Trine in the top half of the 4th inning is third baseman number 14, Adam Stefanelli. Okay, top of the 4th inning, Adam Stefanelli stepping in for the Thunder. Stefanelli walked his first time up, stole second base, and was stranded there back in the 2nd inning. He's batting .250 this season for the Thunder. Giorno delivers, bounding smash into left field for a base hit. And that'll bring up Matt Martin. Now batting shortstop number 5, Matt Martin. So Martin comes up. He popped out to Gus Weeks in the 2nd. Now he bunts it straight up. There might have even been some interference there, but no need because Johnson didn't have to catch it because Giorno had time to run in and make the play himself. Now batting second baseman number 15, Avery Fulford. So, the bunt attempt fails. Again, Stefanelli does have good speed. He already has a stolen base today, and he's leading off first base as Fulford steps in. And here's the delivery outside. Nice job blocking the ball by Dylan Johnson. And the Bulldogs get a run. They're creeping a little closer. It's important for Giorno now to go out and keep the momentum going by getting Trine and holding them scoreless here in the 4th. Conversely, Trine is going to do everything they can to increase their lead now and get back. That pitch is down low for a ball. 2-0 to the Thunder second baseman.
Couldn't have missed by much.
Runner fakes going, hits a high chopper to Miranda. Miranda will go to Weeks for 1, and he throws it past the outstretched glove. That's going to be an error on Miranda. And they now have runners at first and second. So that one costly to the Bulldogs, and that will draw a visit to the mound by Craig Prince.
That will go as a fielder's choice for Fulford, but Stefanelli safe at second on the air by Miranda.
Yeah, that time I think It was kind of a high bouncing ball, and Miranda tried to hurry his throw in hopes of getting 2. And it turns out that we didn't get anybody there.
It's a good mound visit by Coach Prince there. One, to give the bullpen a little bit of time to warm up, but also Jarno had a jump of disappointment, so hopefully calming him down.
Now batting first baseman number 11, Dalton Nykirk. Yeah, that was always one of my dad's pet peeves. Get one out. You've got to get one out before you can get 2. And we just didn't pull it off right there. Here's the pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. So Jarno now needing to pick up his teammate and hold these batters from the Thunder here in the 4th inning. Pitch swung on, foul, back out of play. So Jarno quickly ahead 0-2. Now he can be a little more selective on what pitch Nykirk can hit. Nykirk is now going to have to defend the plate. Again, he's right on top of it. Another one of those hitters that's got his foot right on the inside chalk line of the batter's box. There's a bouncy ball at third. Miranda steps on the bag, throws to first, and that's going to be in the dirt. So only one, but one very big out. So Nykirk is safe on a fielder's choice. Now batting left fielder, number 16, Brendan Warner. That was kind of a disconcerting ground ball to Miranda because he had the runner coming in. He had to do some fancy first works to get the first out, and this time he does so. And here's Warner at the plate. He's hit a pop-up. Valentine waiting for it, and it comes down in his glove. And a good job by Andrew Jarno as he pitches out of a jam and holds the Thunder to no runs on one hit. There was one Bulldog error, and there were 2 left on base. We'll be back with action in the bottom of the 4th after we pause for this. You're listening and watching Adrian College Baseball on ACTV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Truth is hockey. Inning for the Bulldogs, I think. They got a run last inning, and they want to keep trying to inch towards that lead. Valentine takes one on the inside corner for strike 2. Keel has kept the Bulldogs off balance with the break and curve ball that he has featured this afternoon. He's been able to get it over, and that's allowed him to throw the fastball outside and see if the Bulldogs will fish for it. There's another breaking ball, and that's strike 3. And for the second successive time, Aaron Valentine has struck out looking. Now batting the catcher number 7, Dylan Johnson. Johnson had the Bulldogs' first hit of the game with a solid single to left his last time. Keel starts him out with the ball, and this one is just off the corner for strike one. Pitch on the way, bouncing ball foul down the third base line. Is rolling towards left field and finally makes its way into the field of play. So our umpire steps away from home base while the Bulldogs bench runs it down. 1-2 now the count to Johnson. Here's the delivery from Keel, and it's outside for a ball, 2-2.
Keel works pretty quick here for Trine. He's one of those pitchers where gets the ball back from the catcher and is immediately back on the mound.
Bouncing ball to third. Long throw across the diamond by Stefanelli, and he gets his man for out number 2. Now batting, second baseman number 2, Gus Weeks. So Gus Weeks stepping in now. Bulldogs, 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning, and there's a strike on the outside corner for strike one. There's a smash right at Stefanelli at third. Long throw, and the Bulldogs go 1-2-3. So another hard hit ball, but right at Stefanelli, and the Bulldogs go quietly in inning number 4. At the end of 4 complete innings of play here from Nicolay Field, our score is Trine 4 and Adrian College 1.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Leading off for Trine in the top half of the 5th inning is right fielder number 18, Gary DiMartino.
Hey, Spence, is that what you used to pay for your date with Maggie?
Fifth inning of work here from Nicolay Field. He's facing DiMartino, and he smacks the ball right at Thomas Miller. Miller throws it over, and we are going to be safe. That's going to be an error on Thomas Miller for drawing him off the bag, and Valentine was not sure that he touched the bag on the way down as DiMartino took a tumble over there, and he got the ball back trying to step on the base in hopes that he would still get in. So the Bulldog defense, which played stellar over the weekend, is struggling here in these last couple innings. Now batting, center fielder number 2, Easton Rhodes. So here's a bunt right at Miranda. He's going to make the play over to Valentine. And that throw was also low, but Valentine scoops it out, so give a sacrifice to Rhodes. And 1 out, and move DiMartino to second base for Jackson O'Keefe. Now batting the designated hitter, number 35, Jackson O'Keefe. O'Keefe, a junior from Saline, Michigan, has the big blow in the game. That 3-run homer looming rather large as the Bulldogs trail now by 3. Here's the pitch, strike, as a breaking ball comes right down the middle of the plate, and Giorno going after the big designated hitter from Trine. Ball's down low. DiMartino takes off, and did he come off the bag? He did not, says our umpire. So he advances on the wild pitch, and he is now at third. So Trine tried to take advantage of the Bulldog error, and also playing a little, what you would normally term small ball, with a bunt and a wild pitch advancement. Now there's a fly ball to right, and this could get a run in. Goods waiting for it. He's trying to back up and come in on the ball. Here comes the throw, and he is going to convince Mr. DiMartino that he should stay at third base. Nice job there by Goods. He did just what you want to do, of backing up and then come running up so that you got all your momentum to make the throw. Now batting the catcher, number 23, Quinn Farquhar.
Yeah, we saw over the weekend Goods was playing center, and a deep ball was able to gun a runner out at home. A very high throw, but made it all the way there on a fly. Perfect timing to get the runner tagged out.
And here's the pitch by Giorno, and it's strike number 1 to Farquhar. It wasn't a completely accurate throw by Goods, but it was made hard enough that DiMartino could not chance advancing, and so he stays at third. Here's the pitch, bounding ball to Miller. He comes over, gloves it, throws across the diamond. That one's scooped out, and the inning is over. So the Bulldogs play around a leadoff error, and they hold the Thunder to 0 in the 5th. The Thunder get no runs on no hits, and there was the one error and 1 left on base. So at the end of 4.5, we're halfway through today's contest here at Nicolay Field. Our score is Trine 4 and Adrian College 1. Ty Peck leading off for the Bulldogs here in the 5th. He's first ball hitting, and he flies the ball to center field where his counterpart, Easton Rhodes, is waiting. And Peck is out number 1. Now batting, the right fielder, number 14, Don Goods. So Don Goods coming in. Goods, who made that fine throw to keep the Thunder at bay in the 5th, is looking for his first hit of the afternoon. He's 0 for 2, although he's hit the ball fairly well. He had a high chopper that was just caught by the pitcher Keel. And then he hit a line drive directly at the right fielder, DiMartino. So it's not a situation where he hasn't been getting his bat on the ball, but just hasn't found one to drop in for him. He's ahead 2-0 now. And here's the pitch. That one's down low, 3-0.
Now this is the Bulldogs now started a third time through the order against Kiel. So we'll see if they've figured him out yet.
Here's the pitch. And that's low as well. So on 4 pitches, Goods walks down to first base. Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Thomas Miller. So Thomas Miller stepping in. Thomas is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. His last at bat, he hit a pop-up into short center field that the shortstop Martin and Easton Rose just couldn't quite get to. Each of them reaching out to try and catch the ball, and it landed just between them. There goes Goods. He's trying to steal second base. Low throw. Good pitch to run on. And a nice play out there by the second baseman, Avery Fulford, to keep that one from going into center field.
That's Goods' 13th stolen base this season.
Pitch was a ball to Miller. He's now up 2-0 in the count. And that one's on the outside corner for a strike. Miller taking a prolonged look at that corner. I'm not sure he was too sure about that one, but Kiel gets the call. Here's the pitch. There's a drive for a base hit into left field. And that will advance the runner 1 base. And Goods is now at third, and the Bulldogs got something going here in the 5th.
Now, I really liked what Miller was doing during that bat, taking his time, throwing Kiel kind of off his groove, as he's one of those pitchers that really likes to work fast.
Now batting the third baseman, number 30, A.J. Miranda. Well, that's going to draw a trip to the mound by Greg Persky, as the Bulldogs kicking up their heels a little bit here in the bottom of the 5th. They've got runners at first and third, and the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. That's what you want if you're going to start a big rally. That's a good recipe for bringing some runs in. Of course, with the meeting at the mound, the Bulldogs also get a chance to discuss things with their runners, first and third base coaches. And, of course, Coach Rainey has the on-deck people together for a little bit of a confab. And now it'll be Miranda stepping in. Miranda has struck out twice today, so he has struggled with the right hand and curveballs delivery of Kiel. So let's see what he does here. Here's the pitch. That one's high. And there's 1 ball to the Bulldog third baseman. Thomas Miller at first. He might be going in this situation. Here's a pitch. That one's outside. Right now, I think they're kind of waiting for Kiel to throw a strike.
Some action over in the Trine bullpen. As like we said, the third time through the order for the Bulldogs against Kiel.
Here's the delivery inside for a ball. That makes it 3-0. I said, this kind of situation, sometimes you think Miller might be ready to go, but he may just get to walk down there if Kiel can't get one over. And that one's low, too. So the bases are loaded as Miranda walks to first. And some life in the Bulldog dugout. Now batting the designated hitter, number 25, David Kedrow. Kedrow has flied to center and been hit by a pitch. And we're going to get a timeout. And this may be all for Kiel, as it's being the second trip to the mound. So Kiel is going to fall a 2 out short of being eligible for the win today. And we'll see who comes in for Trine after we pause for this. Our score is Trine 4 and Adrian 1. We'll be back in just a minute.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is @Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Jeff Ballard.
Okay, we're back here at Nicolay Field where tensions are running high. The Bulldogs have the bases loaded, and we are now going to see Jeff Ballard, a left-hander, to face the four-hitter of the Bulldogs, David Kedrow. Ballard comes into just about as big a jam as you can be in, and his first pitch is lined to left field. That's going to get a couple runs in. Coming over the plate is Goods. Here comes Miller. He's going to score as the Bulldogs have delivered, and it's a 4-3 ball game. So Kedrow comes through by knocking two in. He wasted no time getting used to Mr. Ballard. He lined the first pitch past the shortstop for a 2 RBI single. Now batting, the left fielder, number 26, Easton Rogers. That'll bring up Easton Rogers. Bulldogs now only down 1 here in the 5th inning. Rogers coming up to bat has walked and flied to center this afternoon. Here's the pitch. It's on the outside corner for a strike. So Ballard gets somewhat of a rude welcome from Mr. Kedrow, and this game has got increasingly tighter, and the Trine University lead is down to 1. Here's the pitch from Ballard, swing and a miss. Rogers way out in front of that one. Aaron Valentine waiting on deck for the Bulldogs. Only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. A.J. Miranda is at second base for the Bulldogs. He represents the tying run. There's a pitch outside as Rogers went with it and held back. And the count's now 1-2.
A little bit about Ballard. He's on for the 9th time this season. 1-0 record with an ERA of 2.7 and 13 1/3 innings pitched.
He's checking Miranda at second base, trying to keep him close. There's a fly ball to center field. It's going to be a shallow ball, and that one's going to drop in. I don't think they really saw him there. Here he throws the plate, and he is going to be out, I guess. Not very big out call there by anybody, but that one drops in. Nothing really Miranda could do. As that ball, I think, kind of initially was lost by everybody.
Pinch hitter for the Bulldogs, number 9, Kevin Cardenti.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pinch batting for Adrian, number 9, Kevin Cardenti. Cardenti in place of Aaron Valentine. So Kevin Cardenti will come up. He'll replace Valentine here with the Bulldogs now exchanging runners on the bases. As Ballard steps off and fakes a throw to second. They've got Kedro now at second base. Rogers is at first. And there's a breaking ball in over the plate to the pinch batter Cardenti. The Easton Rhodes really kind of lost that ball in the somewhat hazy overcast sky and got a late break on it. And then DiMartino couldn't quite get there, and neither could the second baseman Fulford. But, you know, it was a ball that you had to kind of think was going to be caught. And there's a drive by Cardenti. There's a base hit. Here he comes to the plate. Kedro is going to cut it off, and the Bulldogs have tied it. So Cardenti comes through for the Bulldogs with a RBI single to keep this inning alive. And we have a brand new ball game at 4.
We're now going to see a pinch runner for Cardenti. Number 17, Ryan Davis.
So Ryan Davis will enter the ball game. Based on this weekend's play, I would think that Davis will probably come in to play third and then move Miranda to first in the 6th inning. Now batting the catcher, number 7, Dylan Johnson. So you might as well take advantage of some speedy legs in the youngster Davis at first base. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. Bulldogs have tied it up with 3 runs this inning. And that'll be the only action Cardenti sees, but he comes through with a big hit here to tie this ball game. Next pitch on the way. That's a fly ball, pretty high. It's going out to left field, and it'll be caught by Warner, and that will do it for the Bulldogs in the 5th. Well, the Bulldogs get 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, and 2 were left on base. At the end of 5, our score is all knotted up at 4 here at Nicolay Field. We'll be back for the 6th inning after we pause for this. You're watching Adrian College Baseball on Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Welcome back for the top of the 6th. Bulldogs just tied at 4-4 with a 3 spot in the bottom of the 5th.
Leading off for Trine in the top of the 6th is third baseman number 14, Adam Stefanelli.
Goose, you were right. Miranda moves over to first, and Ryan Davis will come in and play third.
And here's the pitch, and it's delivered, a fly ball out to Goods. He waits for it and puts it away for out number 1. Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Matt Martin.
Outside of that second inning, Giorno's been pretty solid out on the mound. He's held the Thunder scoreless in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. He's only had 70 pitches, 50 of them are strikes. That first pitch is a fastball low to Martin.
Okay, we got the finishing line on Keel here. Pitch is on the way. Fly ball center field. Coming in for it is Peck, and he'll make the catch. And 2 up and 2 down. For Keel, who probably deserved a little bit better fate this afternoon for his work. He pitched 4 1/3 innings and gave up just the 3 hits. Gave up 4 runs, all earned, and 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, a couple of hit batsmen. And now this brings up Avery Fulford. The batter is second baseman number 15, Avery Fulford. Fulford takes a strike down the middle. I tell you, Bulldogs would like nothing more than to get Fulford out here and get back into that dugout and get a chance to bat again here. Pitch inside for a ball. And this is a huge inning for Giorno. The Bulldogs tie this game up. They get a little momentum going, and he can keep it going if he can get these guys, especially 1, 2, 3. 1-1 pitch. Bouncing ball, second base. Gus Weeks is there, grabs it, throws it over to Miranda, and the Bulldogs are out of the 6th inning unscathed. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left for the Trine University Thunder. And we'll be back for the bottom of the 6th. Again, our score here from Nicolay Field is Adrian College 4 and Trine University 4.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
After leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 6th is second baseman number 2, Gus Weeks.
7-pitch inning for Giorno in the top of the 6th to get the Bulldogs back in the dugout.
And they're looking for more after the 3-run inning in the 5th as Gus Weeks, the freshman second baseman, steps in for ball 1. It'll be Weeks, Peck, and Goods here in the 6th. And hopefully a few more. Here's the pitch from Ballard. He pops it up. Foul. Back behind the screen. That makes the count 1-1. Weeks under the game, batting .294. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Base hit to center field. That one right over the head of Martin into center. And the Bulldogs have their leadoff man on. And a leadoff man that has good speed. So they got that going for her. And now batting the center fielder, number 6, Ty Peck. And probably the fastest of the Bulldogs up to bat, Ty Peck, the 5th-year senior. We'll see what he's up to. He squares the bunt, takes it high. Ballard, I think, was anticipating the bunt, and so he wisely threw the ball high just to give his infielders a little idea what Peck was going to do. And now he'll square again. This one's a beautiful bunt down at third baseline. Stefanelli short hops it into first base, and they get the out, but a beautiful sacrifice by Peck. So he's retired 5-3, and that brings up Goods. Now batting the right fielder, number 14, Don Goods. Don Goods started it all last inning with a walk. As I recall, it was a 4-pitch walk. And now he's up to bat. Swing and a miss. Goods had a hefty cut here. This is his first time facing the left-hand stance of Ballard. And we've got Weeks at second base. He's itching to come home. Here comes the pitch. Ball outside. 1-1 to the Bulldog right fielder. Again, he came into the game batting a .392. And he's 0 for 2 with that walk, and he scored a run. Here's the pitch from Ballard. Swing and a miss. Goods just a little bit out in front of on both of those cuts. He needs to keep his weight back here on the Ballard curveball. Tell you, both of these pitchers have featured excellent curveballs today for Trine. Both Keel and now Ballard. Here's the pitch. That one's outside. Bounced in the right-hand batter's box. Good job of keeping it in front of him by Quinn Farquhar. 2-2 to Goods. Thomas Miller on deck for the Bulldogs. Just the one out here in the sixth. 4-4 tie from Nicolay Field on this Tuesday afternoon. Here's a fly ball out of play. Weeks was going on that one. And quite frankly, he would have had it stolen. Try not paying very much attention to him. Usually you don't run with a left-hand batter up there and try and steal third, but he had it stole easily on that trip. So now they're paying a little more attention to him, especially Ballard, who's staring him down right now. And here comes the pitch. There's a drive, little nubber, going to be foul out just over the fence. And we'll do it all again. 2-2 the count. The set and delivery from Ballard. Swung on, deep fly ball. This one's well hit. That's going to go all the way back to the wall, but it's going to be caught. And that will advance the runner to third base. So 2 out now. Pretty deep fly ball by Goods. That ball just did kind of die out there. Now batting the shortstop, number 4, Thomas Miller. So that'll lead it off to Thomas Miller. Miller, the Bulldogs' leading hitter this far season, came in batting .431, and he's had a couple of hits and 3 trips, and this is going to prompt another trip to the mound, and we're going to get a new pitcher. So Ballard's day is done, and we'll have to wait to see how the 6th inning plays out here. Right now it's 4-4 here at Nicolay Field. We'll be back after we pause for this. You're watching Adrian College Baseball on ACTV.
Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
attention, please. Now pitching for Trine is number 8, Robert Cortez, in place of Jeff Ballard. Back here where Thomas Miller is going to step in against the new pitcher, Robert Cortez. Cortez coming on for Ballard. His day is done. He pitched an inning and a third. Had no walks or strikeouts. And the first pitch to Miller is a strike. He gave up 2 hits, and he is currently responsible for Weeks down there at third base. So we'll have to see if we can get him in and charge a run. There's Miller with a foul ball. And as I said, Miller 2 for 3 on the afternoon. He came in as the Bulldogs' leading hitter, batting .431 on the season. He now has 27 hits on the campaign, including 4 doubles, 5 triples, and a couple of homers. And he's knocked in 17 runs so far this year. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cortez now comes to the set, delivers, and that's inside, and they're going to call it strike 3, and Miller cannot believe it. But Cortez comes on, the right-hander does his job. He gets the called strikeout, and the inning comes to an end. So the Bulldogs, they leave 1. They get 1 hit, no runs, and there were no errors by the Thunders. At the end of 6 complete innings of play, our score remains Trine 4 and Adrian College 4.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
To the top of the 7th in a tie ball game here at NCAA Field. Dalton Nykirk stepping up for the Thunder. The first pitch from Giorno. He's went the entire way for the Bulldogs. And with the strikeout of Thomas Miller to end last inning, that means Jeff Ballard gives up no runs in his relief appearance. Here's a smash down the third base line. However, he did give up a couple of hits in the 5th inning that got home runners that were charged to Kiel. As the Bulldogs scored 3 times in that 5th to tie it up here. And that's where we stand as we go to the 7th inning. The pitch from Giorno is cue-balled out towards first base. Miranda just can't quite get it before he runs into the fence. And that'll be strike 2. Mike, for the first time this year, we are seeing the stands make a shadow out between the batter and the pitcher, which usually benefits the pitcher. But it's good to see the sun out at Nicolay Field for a change.
Yeah, cold weekend this weekend. We saw it for about a half an inning, I believe, on Saturday.
There's another foul ball out of play. As so far Nykirk set all his foul balls down the right field line. So Giorno just a little bit ahead of him here with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball just over the head of Giorno. Miller comes over to cut it off. Can't do it, and that's going to be a infield single for Nykirk. Another one of these elusive ground balls just over the head of Giorno, just out of the reach of Miller. And now it is a leadoff man on for the Thunder. Now batting the left fielder, number 16, Brendan Warner. So Warner steps in. Warner on the day has grounded to short, grounded to second, and popped to first. And the first pitch to him is line.
Do have some scores from around the conference. Alma is beating Calvin right now, 5-2 at Calvin in the bottom of the 7th. And Kalamazoo is hosting Hope, and they are winning 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th.
And there's a bunt attempt, fouled away. Warner taking some time to get the signs from his third base coach here as to what's up for Trine. There's a pitch, a bunt again, and another foul into the, what would be in the seating area of the Trine fans. Bulldogs have a little bit of action going as Luke St. Antoine is getting up. And he's taking his time to warm up out there, but
Jorno only at 83 pitches, so if he gets out of this one, we could see him in the 8th.
Here's the pitch. That one's fouled away. Yeah, the foul balls were collecting in the Trine on-deck circle. The umpire didn't like them laying there, so the Thunder running out to the home plate umpire. And here comes the 1-2 again. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. First base occupied, so he is automatically out, and there's one down. He had Warner way out in front on that one. Now batting the right fielder, number 18, Gary DiMartino. So Gary DiMartino steps in. Martino has 2 hits and was safe on an error. So he has reached base every time today. And it's an official line of 2 for 3. One out, runner at first is Dalton Nykirk. He takes his lead, and the pitch is just outside. And I think Giorno wanted that one. But it ends up being a ball. There's the pitch, fouled away. That one's down the right field line. So that makes it 1-1. Bulldog infield at double play depth, which here on the artificial turf can be a little deeper than maybe most grass fields. But they are definitely bunched in the middle. There goes the runner. There's a drive out into right field. That may be fair. It is. It's down into the corner. And with the runner, Good's going to have to get it home in a hurry, and he does so. So it ends up a base hit. And now they've got runners at first and third. That one was just punched out to right field and landed about an inch inside the line, and that's going to bring out Craig Pritz for a conference. Again, this is another one of those rallies, Mike, where 2 hits, and they couldn't have been more than an inch and away from being an out and a foul ball. And that's going to be all for Giorno. So we're going to see a relief pitcher here. And coming in is going to be Luke San Antoine. Antoine also pitched this weekend. He will enter the ball game with a ERA of 4.50, no record. And he has no saves thus far this season. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Bulldogs is number 42, Luke San Antoine. San Antoine in place of Andrew Giorno. So, again, this inning, certainly Giorno could have had a much better fate. That started with Dalton Nykirk's ground ball that was just too high for Giorno, just out of the reach of Thomas Miller as he went to the other side of second base. And so that ended up being an infield hit, and this ball landed at least maybe an inch and a half inside that line down in the right field corner. So it's been a struggle for the Bulldogs in that regard all weekend here at Nicolay Field. Easton Rhodes will be the leadoff batter when San Antoine finishes his warm-up tosses.
Another score update for around the conference. Alma has extended its lead to 7-2 against Calvin on the road. That game is in the top of the 8th, and Hope has scored a run to cut into the Kalamazoo lead to trail Kazoo 5-3. That game's in the top of the 7th. And then the other game in the conference between Olivet and Albion was postponed. Neither location's fields were ready and playable for today.
Now batting the center fielder number 2, Easton Rhodes. Yeah, it's too bad too, because this is a rare day where we actually had nice weather. Yeah, we're the first pitch from San Antoine inside. That pops out of the mitt, and that will allow DiMartino to advance. And now they've got runners at second and third with 1 out. That does leave an empty base for Rhodes if San Antoine wants to do that. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. But the problem with that would be that would bring up designated hitter Jackson O'Keefe, who has a 3-run homer in the ball game. So he probably would just as soon not let this batter get on. And Rhodes fouls it back into the net here. And it's 1-2. Bulldogs had the infield in, but now with 2 strikes, they're backing up. And Antoine looking for that strikeout here to keep the runners where they're at. There's a bouncing ball, chopper to Weeks. Weeks going to make the play, walks in. And so moving them back did not pay off. And they get a run and take the lead once again. It's now 5-4. Now batting designated hitter number 35, Jackson O'Keefe. And that brings up O'Keefe. 2-out runner at third. This would be big for Luke to keep him there. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. O'Keefe a little anxious at the plate here with that insurance run standing at third base. Dylan Johnson doing some encouragement out there to San Antoine. Here's the pitch to him outside for a ball. Johnson, big stop there. One and one, the count to the designated hitter. There's a fly ball center field. Peck on his horse going back to center field. He's there. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. So a good job by Luke San Antoine coming in relief, but he cannot get out of the inning until the Thunder take the lead once again. They get one run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and one was left on base. After 6.5, we take a 7th inning stretch here at Nicolay Field. Our score is Trine 5 and your Bulldogs 4.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Leading off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 7th, third baseman number 30, A.J. Miranda.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 7th. Trine just struck again to take the lead 5-4. Bulldogs coming to bat in the bottom of the 7th. We're going to get a late defensive change heading to center.
It's going to be Tyler Robinson. And he's going to replace Easton Rhodes all of a sudden. So Robinson, that was an odd change, Mike, because we were just about all set to go, and all of a sudden they called somebody out there and made the change. So Miranda will now bat to lead off the inning against Robert Cortes. And Cortes' first pitch is lined down the third base line, foul. So this makes the pitchers of record Andrew Giorno for the Bulldogs and Robert Cortes for Trine, at least at this point. Well, Cortes looking for a chance to get himself a win here today. Here's a line drive back into the screen for strike number 2. Miranda quickly down 2 strikes. Yeah, the next broadcast of Adrian College Baseball will be this Friday when the Hope College Flying Dutchmen are in town. Adrian Hope Series, always a spirited one. You'll want to try to get out here if you can. If not, catch us on ACTV. This pitch is inside for a ball, 1-2 to Miranda. Miranda started the game at third, but has since moved to first base for the Bulldogs. Here's the pitch down low for a ball, 2-2. Miranda came into the game third on the team in batting .356. He got a big walk in that 5th inning. He's 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch, and he swings and misses. He struck him out. So there's a second strikeout for Cortes. Now batting designated hitter number 25, David Kedrow. So Cordes has come on, faced two batters and fanned them both. Here's the pitch to the Bulldog designated hitter. Kedrow had that big two-run single back in the fifth. Got the Bulldogs back in it. Here's the pitch to Kedrow, and this is going to be a base hit right up the middle. And that will be retrieved by our new center fielder, Tyler Robinson. And the Bulldogs have their first hit off Cortes. Now batting the left fielder, number 26, Easton Rogers. So tying run now at first base in the person of David Kedrow. And Rogers steps in. He is 0 for 2 with a walk this afternoon, and they throw over to try to get Kedrow, but he is back safely. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit now. And in a strange direction as it's blowing in from right field. You do not get that wind pattern very often here at Nicolay Field as another throw goes over there trying to get Kedrow. 5-7-0 for the Thunder. Bulldogs have 4 runs on 8 hits. They made 3 errors so far today. And there's a drive to deep center field. And once again, Robinson, who the defensive replacement, comes in and makes another grab. Now batting third baseman number 17, Ryan Davis. I'll leave it up to Ryan Davis. Davis getting his first at bat this afternoon. He came in the 6th inning. He moved to third, and he actually came in to run for Kevin Cardenti, and then went to third, and that's when Miranda moved over there to first base. He takes the first pitch for a ball.
And Kevin Cardeni came in, pinch hit for Aaron Valentine, who started the game at first, and Cardeni got a big single to drive in a couple runs for the Bulldogs.
Davis has raised his batting average to .290 over the weekend. So he is flirting with the 300 mark. And he hits a foul ball back at the net for strike 1. 1-1. And Kedrow leading off at first base, kind of doing a little dance there, trying to distract him. The ball's in the dirt, and that will allow Kedrow to go to second base. So that could be a valuable wild pitch for the Bulldogs if Davis can come through with a hit here.
Some big two-out hitting here. The second baseman playing a little bit deeper, and shortstop holding them on just slightly, so kill ball through the left side.
Here's the pitch. That one's inside for another ball. And you got the catcher Dylan Johnson on deck. 3-1 now to Davis.
Davis is expecting fastball here, 3-1 count.
Yeah, this is usually a pretty good pitch to hit right here. And that one's just on the outside corner. Oh, I think Mr. Davis thought he had a walk there. That was pretty close. Kind of a late strike call by the umpire. It's now a full count. And the delivery. That one's high and inside, and Davis will get his walk. Now batting the catcher, number 7, Dylan Johnson. So that brings Dylan Johnson. Johnson singled his first time. He's 1 for 3 this afternoon. And the Bulldogs really would like to see him come through right now, as we're trying to tie this game up, maybe take the lead. Here's the pitch, swung at, nope. He took it for a strike on the inside corner. It's too bad. That was a pretty good pitch to hit right there.
Yeah, and Coach Rainey had a conversation with the team before the Worcester game about approach. You know, going up to the plate with a plan, because Bulldogs were swinging at some bad pitches. And then they were forced to face breaking balls and even worse pitches later in the count that was sitting the Bulldogs down on weak ground balls or pop-ups or even strikeouts. So,
well, I think that Johnson would like to have something on the outside corner that he could smack into right field, because he's got a big hole there as they tried to hold the runner on second. That was a little bit too wide. But that's the kind of pitch I'm talking about, where you just kind of step out over the plate and drive it to right in the gap between first and second, as the second baseman is holding your runner on the base. And that one bounces in. So it's now 2-2. You say Fulford is holding Kedro down there at second base. And the first baseman, Nykirk, is playing behind the runner at first, so that creates kind of a gap there. And that one's high, and suddenly the count is full, which is good news, because that means with 2 out, the runners will be going. So if Johnson can put the ball in play here, they'll have a run and start. There they go. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fly ball. That's going to get out of play, and we'll do it all again. Bulldogs trailing by a run here in the bottom of the 7th. Again, this year we have 9-inning games. So this would be even more intense a year ago. But this is an opportunity for the Bulldogs to get back in. Then there's a fake throw to second. And we'll do the 3-2 pitch again. Cortez on the mound, gets his sign, and he delivers. There they go, ball 4, and the bases are now loaded with Bulldogs here in the 7th.
Well, and that brings up the hot-hitting Gus Weeks.
Now batting, second baseman number 2, Gus Weeks.
You know, he's 1 for 3 on the day, and the balls that he's gotten out on, he's hit pretty hard, and his first at-bat hit a liner to the second baseman. We're going to see another conference here at the mound. Here with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
So they're going to talk it over here with the bases loaded, and Weeks coming to the plate. Again, the Bulldogs, they got some speed on the bases in Kedro and Davis. Dylan Johnson runs fairly well for a catcher as well. And here comes Weeks. Bases loaded, 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Bulldogs trailing by a run. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 1. After Cortez struck out the first 2 batters he's faced, Kedro got a base hit. And then he struggled to throw the ball over the plate all of a sudden. That one's a strike. You got Rogers on a fly to center, but since then Davis has walked and Johnson has walked. 1-1 the count here, 2 Weeks. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Farquhar unable to grab that ball. It bounces in front of him. And it's 1-2. Weeks a little bit ahead on that one. And you want to keep your weight back against these curveball pitchers and wait for the right moment and square it up. Here's the pitch, outside, 2-2.
I was expecting him to double up on that breaking ball there, ahead in the count. You know, especially the swing that Weeks had on it. It wasn't a very good one, but he went high fastball there. So let's see if he brings it here.
I would think this would be a good pitch to hit. There it is. Drive, base hit into center field. It's going to get down, and that's going to get 1 run in. Here comes 2 runs in. And Weeks gets a base hit that he just dumped into center field, and 2 runs score. And for the first time this afternoon, Adrian takes a lead at 6-5. And Ty Robinson, who was inserted very late into the center field here in this inning, was just unable to get to that one. Now batting center fielder number 6, Ty Peck. And that'll be another trip to the mound, and that's going to be all for Mr. Cortez today.
So we will take a break here. Bulldogs just took the lead 6-5 with runners at the corners. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th, so we'll be right back here on ACTV.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
We're back here at Nicolay Field. The Bulldogs have taken their first lead of the afternoon, and Cole Decker comes on for Trine. His first pitch is lined to right. It's a blooper, could drop in. Nope, ends up just foul, and all the runners will have to return. Cole Decker is a junior from Leandis, Michigan. And Michael, my father was born in Leandis, Michigan, and about the only thing in Leandis, Michigan is the blinking light as you go on your way down to either Sturgis or Three Rivers. So not too many from Leandis. Here's a bounding ball to third, and they are going to take the out, and he's going to be safe, and everybody's going to be safe. Oh, a big call there, but I think it was the right call. And the Bulldogs getting a big jump, and that will give a run to, again, in fairness to the third baseman, Stefanelli, he didn't really want to go to first base on that slow bouncer because Ty Peck is running, and that's where the speed of Ty Peck just is so disruptive to other teams because he wasn't going to get him. So he tried to get the one at second, and it just didn't get there in time because he had a big jump with 2 out, and Peck gets an infield single. That's just about all you can call it. There was no misplay there. And give him an RBI, and the Bulldogs now have a 2-run lead, and that'll bring up Don Goods. Now batting the right fielder, number 14, Don Goods. So Bulldog speed gets them an extra run here. They now have 7 runs on 10 hits. They've made 3 errors. The Thunder have 5 runs on 8 hits. They've made no errors. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. 1-1 to the Bulldog right fielder. Goods is 0 for 3 today, even though he's hit the ball hard on multiple occasions. You would like to get a hit here and advance this lead.
A lefty versus lefty matchup.
As you would like to give Luke Saint Antoine an even bigger lead here. And Saint Antoine has come in at just the right time of the game here. And he watches a pitch go by, and that's strike 3. So the Bulldogs will settle for 3 runs in the 7th inning. They get 3 runs on 2 hits. They leave a pair. And at the end of 7 complete innings of play here from Nicolay Field, our score is now Adrian College 7 and Trine University 5.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
That doesn't have much. All right, we're back here at Nicolay Field, and for the first time today, the Bulldogs have a 2-run lead on the Trine University Thunder, and they have brought on their ace reliever, Jacob Honoin, to replace Luke Saint Antoine. Would be in line to get the win today if the Bulldogs can hold this lead. Here's the pitch to the leadoff batter, Quinn Farquhar. And Farquhar now down on the count 0-2. Farquhar 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Here's the pitch. He swings at a pitch way outside. And Honoin gets him to chase it, and he struck him out on 3 pitches. Now batting, third baseman number 14, Adam Stefanelli. So Adam Stefanelli will step in. Stefanelli has a walk, a single, and he flied to right today. Honoin's first pitch is outside. That's the first ball he's thrown since coming on here in the 8th inning. Yeah, the sun is ducked behind the clouds now. Here's the pitch, bounding ball, shortstop Miller way to his right. He makes the catch, but no chance of throwing him out. And Stefanelli legs out an infield single. Now batting, shortstop number 5, Matt Martin. And the
might be a pinch hitter, I believe.
Coach Greg Persky coming in, and he's going to make some kind of a change here. And We're trying to get our pinch better to turn around so we can identify him.
19.
He is 19, Joel Walton. Walton is listed as an infielder, so he may be going in the bottom of the 8th. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Pinch batting is number 19, Joel Walton. Walton in place of Matt Martin. So Walton takes a ball inside, and there's a pitch, bounding ball to third. Davis goes to second. He fires him out and back to first. It's a double play, and the Bulldogs are quickly out of the 8th inning. So the line on the 8th is no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. And at the end of 7.5, the Bulldogs lead 7-5. We'll be back for 8th inning, bottom of the 8th inning action after we pause for this. You're watching Adrian College Baseball on AC TV.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Looks like he's at
Shortstop number 4, Thomas Miller. Okay, we're back here. And Joel Walton, who hit into that ending double play just a moment ago, has moved to second base. And they've moved Avery Fulford over to short, so that's how they handle the defensive changes. As Thomas Miller steps in and takes a ball. Miller with 2 hits, a strikeout today, 4 trips. And there's another ball, 2-0 to the Bulldogs' 5th-year senior shortstop from Saline. And he's their leading hitter, as we said earlier, and that pitch is wide for a ball. So, thus far, Cole Decker, who came on in relief in the 7th, has not wanted to challenge the Bulldogs' top bat. There we go with a strike, 3-1 now. Miller tried to get on base. Bulldogs would love to add some insurance here in the 8th inning, as we were late in the day here at Nicolay Field, and that's ball 4 inside. So Miller now on first base, and of course he has great speed down there. That'll bring up A.J. Miranda. Now batting, third baseman number 30, A.J. Miranda.
big game going on at Kalamazoo. Hope is tight at 5-5, bottom 8. And Alma is leading Calvin 8-4 in the bottom of the 9th.
Here's a pitch, a strike in there against Miranda. Yeah, the Kalamazoo and Hope series, always a very spirited one. And remember, those Flying Dutchmen will be in here on Friday afternoon. Game time's 4 o'clock.
Oh, and what's nice for the Bulldogs is that one of the Hope Alma games over the weekend got rained out. So they pushed it to tomorrow. So Hope will have to use some arms tomorrow against Alma. And that could throw a wrinkle in the starting rotation for Hope against the Bulldogs this weekend.
Unless, of course, that one gets rained out because, as I said, it's getting, our sunshine has left us here at Nicolay Field, and it's becoming overcast. And last I checked the weather, tomorrow was not predicted to be too good as far as not having rain. Here's the pitch outside. We are now in that April showers bringing May flowers part of the year.
Sucks it's during baseball season.
And based on the number of days of rain, as Miranda fouls another one out of play, based on the number of days of rain we've had so far, we should be having a bumper crop of flowers by graduation here at Adrian College. 3-2, the count to A.J. Miranda. Thomas Miller at first base. He looked like he was thinking about stealing on that last one, so we'll see what he does here as the pitch is on the way. There he goes. Strikeout is complete, but a stolen base for Miller. So Miranda unable to put the ball in play. But either way, we got Thomas down to second base. Now batting the designated hitter, number 25, David Kedrow. And once again, we're going to go to the bullpen. So Greg Persky very much playing righty-lefty situations here. And he is going to bring in another reliever. So we'll take a break here from Nicolay Field. Again, our score in the 8th inning, it's 7-5 Bulldogs, and we'll be back after we pause for this.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent in accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
We've got a new pitcher. Austin Nusgen is in for Trine. He is a tall right-hander, and he's going to be facing the right-hand batting designated hitter of the Bulldogs, David Kedrow. Here's the pitch. Kedrow looks at a ball low. Kedrow has batted 4 times today. He has 2 hits, each singles. His single in the 5th inning brought home 2 runs to, at the time, get the Bulldogs back in this one, and he's also been hit by a pitch down low for ball 2 to Kedrow. Thomas Miller at second base was what would be an important insurance run going into the 9th inning. Here's the pitch down low, and it's 3-0. So Nusgen has come in and picked very carefully to Kedrow with a base empty and Easton Rogers on deck. And there's a pitch for a strike. Make it 3-1. Nusgen is the 5th pitcher used today by Trine. And there's ball 4. So that'll bring Easton Rogers to the plate with runners at first and second and still only 1 out. Although we may have a pinch batter right now. Ladies and gentlemen, now pinch batting for the Bulldogs is number 15, Nathan Grega. Grega in place of Easton Rogers. So, we have Nathan Grega stepping up to the plate. Nathan's had 3 at-bats this season. So he's going to try to have Coach Trine trying to work a little righty-lefty magic, with Grega being a left-hand batter here. It is, again, key moment in the ball game. Bulldogs with runners at first and second, 1 out. Grega takes a look at a ball, and that's ball 2. So, thus far, Nusjen has not had great control after walking the first batter, and now 2-0 on Grega. Grega takes ball 3, and it's 3-0. Right now, Ryan Davis is on deck at third if we walk Grega here. 3-0. Miller leads off second, and there's ball 4, and really none of those pitches to Grega were close. So he'll march down to first base. Kedro will go to second, and Thomas Miller will head for third, and that's going to bring out a pinch runner for Grega as Owen Brown, the sophomore outfielder from Chelsea, Michigan, comes in. Brown will probably, in some shape or form, replace Rogers when we get to the top of the 9th inning in the outfield somewhere. Attention please, now running at first base is Owen Brown. Now batting for the Bulldogs is number 17, Ryan Davis. So that puts Brown at first, Miller at third, and at second base is Kedro. I think we're getting another timing situation here. And the Bulldogs are going to take advantage of that and send out Lincoln Hayward to run for their designated hitter, David Kedro.
Hayward is another option to replace Rogers in left field.
But that will, even though we're this late in the ball game, that might not be the best option, and I'll tell you why here in just a second. Now running at second base is number 11, Lincoln Hayward. Because that, of course, would eliminate the designated hitter should the game go into extra innings. So
that is true. That is true.
Here's the pitch. A strike. So Davis, bases loaded. And the reason we had that second timing warning is every pitcher gets a warning. So with Nusjen being a recent reliever, he has not had a warning yet as Davis takes a big cut and misses. So for the first time, Nusjen is ahead in the count, 0-2. And again, this is a time where you really just want to put that ball in play there, Ryan, because so many things can happen with the situation here. There it is, bounty ball to third, runner going home. He'll throw to second for 1. It'll be close, and Davis will beat it out. And so, again, by putting the ball in play, he doesn't get a hit, but he does get an RBI. And the Bulldogs lead is now 3 at 8-5. Now batting the catcher, number 7, Dylan Johnson. So that means runners now at first and third as they get the runner at second base. The double play was just not in the cards there as Once again, good speed by Davis. And he beats it out down that line and gets an extra run. First pitch to Johnson is a strike. Gus Weeks waiting on deck. Again, you never have enough runs going into the ninth inning. Davis now takes off. He takes a strike. The throw is short. It gets away from the second baseman and into center field, and that will plate another one. So the first error of the day is going to make it 9-5. Dylan Johnson. At the plate for the ball. We'll have to wait here to see if that ends up being an earned run or not, because there wasn't going to be an out on that play. So what Johnson does will make a big difference. There's a bouncing ball to second base. Long throw to first, and the Walton throws him out. So that'll mean that the run is indeed unearned, but it's still up there on the board. So the Bulldogs will take a 4-run lead into the ninth. They get 2 runs and no hits. There was the 1 error and there was 1 left. So at the end of 8 complete innings of play here at Nicolay Field, we'll be back for the ninth. Our score is Adrian now 9 and the Trine University Thunder 5. Stepping in to lead it off against Jacob Hanoin as we move to the ninth inning. Hanoin came in last inning and got him 1-2-3, even though he gave up a single. And there is a strike on the inside corner, make it 0-2. But the double play by the pinch batter Walton ended the Trine threat. Here's this pitch. It's a very defensive, please hit my bat so I'm not out swing. And he is successful in staying alive.
We have a final from Calvin. Alma has won that game 8-4. And the Hope Kalamazoo game is tied up at 5-5 in the top of the ninth. That pitch is a breaking ball way outside. We're going to count 1-2.
So that makes Alma 2-1 now. And there's a strike 3 right down Broadway. And Fulford watches it go by. Now batting the first baseman, number 11, Dalton Nyker.
In case you're just joining us, the Thunder led early in this game 4-0 with the help of a 3-run bomb in the second inning. They put up 4 there. Bulldogs responded with 1 in the third inning. scored 3 in the 5th. Trine scratched one across to retake the lead in the 7th. The Bulldogs scored 3 in the bottom half and then added 2 in the bottom of the 8th to lead 9-5.
Okay, 1-1 count to Nykirk. He's played first base today, got a hit in 4 trips. There's a drive down the line off the fence, which means it's just foul. And it's 1-2. With that win, Alma is now 2-1. They join a group with Adrian and Albion. They're all 2-1. Trine is currently the leader. They are 3-0. And there's a bouncer off the foot of Nykirk, and he is in some pain. Again, we almost made it through the whole game without that happening once, because it's happened a lot this week. And it's no fun this time of year. It's no fun any time of year, but really when it's been cold as it has been. Calvin, with that loss, they dropped to 1-3. Just half a game ahead of Olivet. There's a pop out of play.
That Hope Kalamazoo game is headed to the bottom of the 9th after a pinch runner was caught stealing for the 3rd out. Score is 5-5 still.
Bounding ball to Miller. He gobbles it up, looks across the diamond, and fires it to Miranda for out number 2. So 2 down here in the 9th inning. Now batting the left fielder, number 16, Brendan Warner. So the Thunder down to their last out here on this Tuesday matinee at Nicolay Field. And the first pitch is inside for a ball, and Hanoi cannot believe that one. And that was pretty close right there. Definitely what you would consider a 50-50 ball as the umpire. That's a pitch outside, and he gets this one for a strike, making it 1-1. Again, Trine, 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They've left 7 runners so far. Pitch is outside for a ball. Pitch on the way, bounding smash to third. It will stay fair. Here's the long throw by Davis, and the Bulldogs finish out the win with 1-2-3 in the 9th. A great effort by Jacob Hanoin as he earns his 3rd save of the season to nail down this win for Luc Saint Antoine, who is now 1-0 on the campaign. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's game. Our final score here this afternoon is Adrian College 9 and Trine University 5. Here's the final line score on today's game. First for Trine. They had 5 runs on 9 hits. They made 1 error, and they had 7 left on base. For Adrian College, they had 9 runs on 10 hits. They made 3 errors and left 10 runners on base. Winning pitcher this afternoon for Adrian is Luc Saint Antoine. His record now 1-0. And the losing pitcher for Trine is Robert Cortez. His record falls to 1-1. Jacob Hanoin earned his 3rd save this afternoon for Adrian. And the time of today's ball game was 2 hours and 37 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian College and Adrian College Baseball, hope you have enjoyed today's games here at Nicolay Field, and we hope you will join us many more times throughout the 2022 baseball season. Our next game here at Nicolay Field will be on Friday, April the 8th at 4 p.m. when your Bulldogs take on the Hope College Flying Dutchmen. Again, that game this Friday at 4 p.m. here at Nicolay Field.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town.
Bulldogs earned themselves a big come-from-behind victory this afternoon after falling down 4-0 in the second inning on a inning in which the Thunder benefited from Jackson O'Keefe's 3-run homer. The Bulldogs battled back. They picked up one in the third and then had the big 3-run inning in the fifth where they got a key hit from designated hitter David Kedro and knocked in a couple runs. Then Kevin Cardenti came in and got a base hit that tied the ball game. And then they picked up three in the seventh and then added 2 in the eighth to give themselves a 4-run cushion, and they win the game going away 9-5. Again, Luke San Antoine picks up the win for Adrian. He's now 1-0. Robert Cortez is 1-1, picking up the loss for Trine, and Jacob Anoyne earns his third save as today's game went 2 hours and 37 minutes. With the win, Adrian College now back in first place. They are now tied with the Thunder at 3-1. And Albion is also 2-1. They're now a half game behind the leaders, as their game with Olivet was scrubbed this afternoon. And then Hope and Kalamazoo still doing battle in the bottom of the ninth. Game is tied 5-5. Hope at 2. If Hope wins, they'll be 2-1 when they come in. Well, they have a game tomorrow, so they'll be 2-1 and be in the stack just behind the leaders. And if Kalamazoo can win, they'll even their record at 2-2 on the campaign here in the early going of the MIAA baseball race. So big win for the Bulldogs today, and now they can set their sights to the annual grudge match with the Hope Flying Dutchman. So many times over the past few years it's come down to Adrian and Hope on that final day at the MIAA tournament. And so I'm sure this will produce some more great baseball this weekend as the Dutch and the Bulldogs battle 3 straight.
Yeah, definitely. It's always a good series between the Bulldogs and Hope. Like you said, they came down to the conference tournament final last year, and the first game of the series was a big one that went into extra innings. I believe we played 14 innings that game, and Jacob Anoyne went 5 for a closer. It was a little shocking, but you got to do what you got to do to advance that regional. And then the next day, Bulldogs blew out Hope, but they're looking for revenge. 2 different teams, and the hot-hitting Evan Mayday for Hope is going to be coming to town, and any pitch that's in the strike zone is being hit into the field by him. So he's just a solid player all around, so the Bulldogs will need to deal with Mr. Mayday.
Okay, that'll do it here from Nicolay Field. Once again, our final score this afternoon is Adrian College 9 and Trine University 5. This is Dave Van Giesen for Mike Prang saying so long, everyone. Remember to join us again on Friday for that game with Hope. Again, airtime for that one will be 4 o'clock here on ACTV.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.